everyone, welcome to episode 2 of the grammar series by the Young Chronicle. We're at the Pick a Book Library, and today we're going to talk about active voice and passive voice. So, you find a lot of people have confusions about active and passive voice, so I thought it's a good idea to clarify them once and for all. So, active voice is when the subject performs an action, like Ram brought fruits from the market. Ram bought fruits from the market. So here the subject Ram is performing an action. He's bought fruits from the market. But now I have to say this becomes passive voice when an action acts upon a subject. So the fruits were bought by Ram. So the fruits are being bought by Ram. So the action is acting upon the subject. That is, so usually if you think of it in simple terms, here in the first case, that's active voice, the subject comes before the action, the verb. In the second case, in passive voice, the verb comes before the subject. This might not always be true, but if you understand this concept that an action is acting upon the subject, the verb is acting upon the subject, then you'll be able to get more clarity in terms of how a sentence is written in passive voice. Now I've added another section over here. Ram bought fruits from the market. The fruits were bought by Ram. From where? From the market. So that additional part, when you're adding any additional information, especially in passive voice, which is outside this realm of action acting upon a subject, it's usually divided with a comma. So the usage of commas become extremely important when you're talking about anything in passive voice, which is why it's easier to restrict yourself to active voice if there is any confusion. But if you are using passive voice, you have to be very careful about the commas being used here. Generally, when you've completed a passive, the action acting upon a subject part and adding any additional information, you should consider and see if the use of a comma will make more sense, because suddenly if I remove this comma, it stops making sense. The fruits were bought by Ram from the market. So now a comma over here will definitely add more value, because the pause is extremely important. It's another thing that they were bought from the market. They were not bought from a street vendor. They were bought specifically from the market, and so that additional piece of information should be separated with a comma. I'll add a comma for it. Thank you.